Welcome to Upward Spiral, where we are, for the first time ever, welcoming a guest, our dear friend Shawn Kohne, here on the show today. And Shawn is going to share his top 10 most amazing, uplifting pop culture moments, music, movies, and just anything under the sun. He's going to share his top 10 from 2024 with us today, and we're going to dig in.
So welcome to the Kohne Special!
I'm back. I'm happy to be here, and I have a load of good stuff for you gentlemen today.
Oh, boy. Cannot wait. Cannot wait.
All right.
Where do we start?
As always, it's going to be a top 10 with a couple of honorable mentions.
Okay.
I have my own podcast called 198.4 K-Flicks Fiction Radio about fictional bands from movies and TV.
I love it.
A great podcast, a classic podcast, and a good listen, so
Check it out. Definitely.
In my research this year, I came across something that is old. Not that came out this year, but something that brought me tremendous joy. So
Okay.
I have to share this with you because I really don't think that anybody knows that it exists.
Okay.
So in the Coconut Pete episode of my podcast from the movie Club Dread, Coconut Pete is played by Bill Paxton. Yes. He is a Jimmy Buffett-like character. Yes, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
The great Bill Paxton.
Absolutely.
In the 80s, Bill Paxton had a band that was like Devo meets Bill Paxton.
How do we not know this?
And it's called Martini Ranch. And yes. How about that name, right, fellas?
I am all in on Martini Ranch.
This is like he came back from the dead for me a little bit.
Absolutely.
This is like
there's a treasure trove out there that I want to listen to.
This is like when the Beatles released that thing 50 years later that nobody's heard. They have 9 new songs. Like, what the hell?
What the hell, guys?
Yeah. So on the record, members of Devo helped make the record. Cindy Wilson from the B-52s is featured on a couple of tracks. Wow. So I have brought a clip from their music video Reach, which is directed by James Cameron.
What the f***? All of this happened?
Yes.
With all of these people?
Yes.
And nobody knew?
Right. So now
this is a miracle. This is a Christmas miracle. I'm glad I wore the sweater.
I am so glad you wore the Christmas sweater. The very form-fitting Christmas sweater.
This is why you tune in for the Kohne Special.
That's right. Yeah. Because you learn amazing things.
This is where the learning comes in, everybody. Yes.
Yeah.
So now the song features a whistle.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you, gentlemen, to try and guess what famous actor is doing the whistling.
Oh my God.
Okay.
You can go ahead and guess after you hear the clip.
Okay.
I have 3 clues for you.
Okay.
So Clayton, go ahead and throw to Martini Ranch's Reach.
One day he bought himself a gun, said, now I'm gonna make them hey, hey, hey. Reach!
Oh my God.
Yes, this ain't your lucky day. Reach! I heard him say that he's falling roadway.
That's a strong whistle. I want a clue. Can I ask for a clue?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So the first clue, this person was a memorable guest star on both Seinfeld and Arrested Development.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Memorable guest star on both Seinfeld and Arrested Development. Okay, guest star. So not one of the not
I'm
one of the
gonna
leads.
go
Somebody
with
jumps in.
Bryan Cranston.
Oh, good guess.
Was he on Arrested Development?
I don't remember him being on Arrested Development, but I was like, maybe he was.
Just so everybody knows that is incorrect, but I do love that guess.
Okay.
I don't know if he was, but I'm going to go ahead and go with Newman.
Wayne Knight.
Wayne Knight.
Also incorrect, but I love that guess.
Okay.
It is it's a smaller guest feature.
Okay. Smaller guest feature. Okay.
Than both Bryan Cranston and Wayne Knight.
Okay. Martin Mull from Clue was both in. Wasn't he in Seinfeld? And he was also Gene Parmesan in Arrested Development, which is one of my favorite characters of all time.
Okay. Also R.I.P. Martin Mull.
Yes, amazing actor, but not it.
Not it.
Okay. Clue 2?
Clue 2. Before The Hangover, They were in the highest grossing rated R movie of all time, and I think it lasted for 19 years before The Hangover.
Oh my God.
R-rated movie. So
Highest grossing R-rated movie.
it's either a
of all
crazy
time.
comedy or a horror film.
Yeah, it's either a sex comedy, like a classic.
You will get it on hint 3.
You think so?
We'll get on here.
100%.
I'm-
Hit sex comedy.
Right? Like I was thinking like
Like-
Risky Business or something like that, but that wasn't that big, was it?
But of all time, though.
All time.
all time.
I mean, that's huge.
Yeah.
No, the Ghostbusters was not.
No, it's
That's PG-13.
PG-13. I got nothing. I really don't have a guess. I can't think of anybody.
All right, well, I have to say something. So I'm going to go with my original thing, which is Caddyshack, and we're going to pick someone who is in Caddyshack, who may have conceivably also been
In Seinfeld
and
and
Arrested Development.
Yeah.
We're going to say Brian Doyle Murray.
Brian Doyle Murray.
Love that guess. It is not Brian Doyle Murray.
Yeah. Oh, Coming to America was one of my favorite R-rated movies
There you
of all
go.
time.
There you go.
So Arsenio Hall.
Oh,
Is it Arsenio Hall? Is it
I
Arsenio
would
Hall?
love that. I would love that. Oh, God. I wish it was.
Yeah,
now
yeah,
I wish it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here comes the final clue.
They were in Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh!
Sean Penn?
Judge Reinhold.
Bang! Beverly Hills Cop was the movie.
Oh, Beverly Hills Cop was the highest rated.
I can't believe I believe
Judge
that.
Reinhold was in both
Yeah.
Seinfeld.
And
He
Arrested-
was. And
yeah.
he was in Arrested Development.
He was the
my
close
God.
talker.
He's the close talker.
He's the close talker.
God.
Oh, man.
That's wonderful. He's the one who's doing the
Judge
whistling.
He's doing the
Reinhold
whistling.
is doing the
That's so
whistling.
cool.
That's
That is
amazing.
incredible. This is an incredible find, and
It
now I'm
is.
going to be
It
watching
is.
that entire music video
I
because
am
that is
too.
just.
He's in the music video as well, so I had to pick
had
a
to-
section of it that didn't
They
show
did
him.
Judge
Yeah.
Reinhold's whistling. That's amazing. Well, Martini Ranch is now a part of our lives
It
forever.
is. Forever.
Yes. Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. You can't get rid of Martini Ranch once it's in there.
So that's honorable mention.
Yes. Honorable mention number 1.
Very honorable mention.
Oh, yeah. I have been listening to their album Holy Cow all of 2024.
Of course, it's called Holy Cow. Second honorable mention.
The second honorable mention is going to be the Hallmark style Netflix movies
Okay.
that have started to pop up. Specifically, I watched 2 of them. The Lindsay Lohan Irish Wish.
Okay.
It is about a woman who goes to her best friend's wedding in Ireland and makes a wish on like a magical bench that she would be marrying the groom, and then wakes up the next morning and that is now her life.
Tales old as time.
Yeah, happens every year.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the second one that I saw was Hot Frosty.
I've heard a lot
Okay.
about Hot Frosty.
You can't give away any spoilers on Hot Frosty
I will not give away any spoilers for Hot Frosty.
because I am watching Hot Frosty.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
I cannot wait.
I laughed so hard. Like Irish Wish was the perfect appetizer because it came out in the beginning of 2024,
Okay.
and then Hot Frosty was like, no, we've now perfected this craft.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Because they put like really funny people in it. The Hot Frosty is the vet from Schitt's
Schitt's
Creek.
Creek. Yeah, I almost didn't recognize him at first.
I didn't either because
Yeah.
he's like his face is so different without the stubble, and he's
Yeah.
got the long hair, and he's so buff.
Yeah, he's ripped. Yeah.
So buff.
Yeah.
I give that man a water pronto.
Yeah.
And also Craig Robinson and Jolo Truglio are the cops
my
in the
God.
town.
Oh, wow.
Lacey Chabert is really funny. Like they put these really funny people in a Hallmark style movie and just leaned into the fact that those are so ridiculous, and it turned out something really, really funny.
Can I be honest with you? Yeah. The Christmas movie I'm most excited about this year is Hot Frosty.
Yeah,
It is.
Yeah.
Hot Frosty triggered a nostalgia receptor for me because it felt like a Christmas Encino Man.
Oh, that's a good pitch for that.
Because like he wakes up and is basically like Brendan Fraser in Encino Man of just
Yeah.
being like clueless of like what's this
Doesn't
technology
know how
and
things
like
work.
yeah like how are you interacting with each other and just
Right.
like a clueless sort of dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Christmas Encino
God,
Man.
I can't wait.
Honorable mention number 3.
Season 2 of Shrinking.
Oh, yeah, with Harrison Ford and
Harrison Ford, Jason Segel.
You okay? You have a bad dream?
That's how I clear my throat.
There we go.
It's a very powerful show. It helps you cope with so many different things in life, and it's about therapists and therapy, and it just feels like therapy watching it.
Really?
You both laugh so hard, and then it's just dealing with such hard things at the same time that like you can cry minutes later. It's it's a true building yourself out of the darkness. So I really felt it encompassed what this show is, of pulling yourself out and into something good, and that's sort of what that show centers around.
That's beautiful.
Awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
I've been meaning
Shrinking.
to watch that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll check it out. And now we have 2 seasons to watch.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And Harrison Ford has never been this funny.
Really?
He is laugh out loud every episode. Hilarious.
Yeah.
It's something I've never seen or ever thought that I would see from him, because like he does stuff where he's charmingly funny.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is charmingly funny.
Yeah.
Han Solo is charmingly funny.
Right.
But this is joke funny.
You want me to pull my pants down and make my ass clap?
Well, those are 3 fantastic honorable mentions. I can't imagine getting any better.
So let's get to the top 10. Let's get to the top 10.
Let's get to the top 10. This next one is not only musical, but it's YouTube related.
Okay. And this is number 10.
This is number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10 is Drummeo's series of drummers hearing a song for the first time.
I love this series.
Now, what they do is they bring in, say, like a famous jazz drummer or something like that. Or they bring in Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. They bring in named people. They bring in unnamed drummers.
Right.
They play them a song that is different from their normal stylings.
Okay.
They remove the drum track from the song and have the drummer make up a brand new drum track on the spot.
On the spot.
To a song they've never heard.
They've never heard, and they've never
That's
get to hear
incredible.
the drum part beforehand, and so they're guessing the whole time as to what they would think the drummer would do. It is hilarious because some of these guys are like the best drummers in the world, and they're like, what is happening in this song? What is going on? And then what they do completely changes the way the song sounds entirely.
Yeah,
It is so good.
Yeah,
Please tell me you have a clip.
Absolutely, I do have a clip.
That's why you are in System of a Down, and I'm not. I want to get that, so can I please hear it again? Triple lips, then yes. Do you by any chance have a different colored Sharpie? Because I color code these things sometimes, and I think you'll get a kick out of it. Silver, baby, platinum. I found a Dodger blue Sharpie. We're gonna do a big old Coda sign. You know, Led Zeppelin's last album was Coda, because Coda means the end.
You said earlier that you hope this song goes platinum. It's 6 times platinum.
Well, I should know this song. What have I been living in a cave? Living in a cave? I guess I have. Everybody wants to rule. Kirsty Fish. Not really. I'm gonna guess the title. Sacred Silence. No.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh my
It's so
Isn't that
cool.
amazing? It is so cool. They have tons of these.
Yeah, Drummeo.
Great
Okay.
choice. Great choice. That's a good episode.
That's number
Great
10.
pick.
That was great. Fantastic.
All right.
Yeah.
Number 9.
Number 9, do you guys remember the wrestler Diamond Dallas Page? He had a spinal injury in the 90s, and he got exposed to yoga to help fix his spine.
How awesome.
It worked.
Oh my God.
He liked it, and he created his own yoga program called DDPY.
Okay.
It is an extreme version of yoga that is all about your own sort of resistance training. So, like, you can create the force in your arms to make it hard to push them down. It's like that kind of a thing.
Oh, wow. Fascinating.
So this has helped several old wrestlers like Scott Hall and Mick Foley and Jake the Snake Roberts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Butterbean was in a very bad state with his spine, and he couldn't stand up straight. So he went to DDP for help, and the results are amazing. I have a clip and a photograph to show my point.
Okay.
It's going to be so hard to try to get him to even get any kind of recovery.
His level of pain was off the charts every single day.
And some days it's like unbearable, like unbelievably unbearable. You feel like laying in bed and not doing nothing, just trying to find a comfortable spot, but I don't do that. I keep going. It changed my life, really did. Because honestly, I thought I had a couple years left to live. I'm not bullshitting.
That is awesome.
I'm good now.
What happens when you believe in something and set your mind to a goal, and then you have the discipline to see it through. It is and has been the most rewarding experience that I've had in my career this far.
You like seeing good things happen to that kind of person.
The main thing you've done with Dallas is you've got inside his head and you've made him believe in himself again. And that's when you get this right, this is the easy stuff. But getting the head right is the hard bit. And his head's there. Yeah! So I'm excited to see where he can go.
Right?
I really forgot who I was. And I pretty much give up on life. Now I believe in myself again. Butterbean's back for one more fight.
That's awesome. Oh man,
that is amazing.
Yeah, when Jake Paul calls, don't accept though.
Jake Paul, do not fight Butterbean, please.
Yeah.
I need to get my butt to the gym. That's awesome. That's very inspiring. All right, number 8.
Number 8, we're going back to some music. This is an individual that had arguably the greatest 2024, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
He had the song of the summer, which is probably the song of the year.
Yeah.
He shot a movie with Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
He booked the Super Bowl.
He did.
Yeah, that's right.
He put out the album of the winter and changed the way people said mustard.
I love it. I love it.
Mustard! That's how everyone says it now.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah. I can't get enough of the new album. As I said before we got on mic, I threw my back out last week dancing to the Kendrick Lamar album. So thank you, Kendrick.
All right, number 7.
Number 7. Kevin Smith released a movie in 2024 called The 4:30 Movie.
Okay.
And
I don't know about
I didn't see it.
Much
to be fair, I'm so old and stupid, I didn't even hear about Kendrick Lamar having the best year of his life.
So we're all playing catch up here.
Blame
today.
the algorithms.
Yeah.
The thing about Kevin, though, is if you're not plugged into his social media, you're sort of going to lose track of it because he doesn't do studio projects because studios don't give him money. So all of his stuff is independently released and all of that. But I am plugged into the Kevin sphere because I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I watch his podcasts on YouTube and all of that stuff. So I love the guy.
Awesome.
It's just such a nostalgia trip because they're talking about all the pop culture from the 80s of the time that I love. And it's a story like the day centers around these 3 friends that they spend the whole day in the movie theater. Ken Jeong owns the movie theater. He's
awesome.
And he's the villain of the movie who's like trying to stop them at every goal that they have, basically.
Yeah.
So they buy one ticket to start the day for a movie that they can get into, and then they sneak into rated R movies throughout the rest of the day.
Classic. Used to do it.
And so it's the story of these 3 friends, one of whom asks out this girl, and she says yes. And that upsets the 2 friends because it's ruining the dynamic, So it's a lot of that friction storytelling of like young teenage friends and, trying to get girlfriends and all of that stuff. And it just like, it made me feel young and happy. And it was just such a charming, sweet little movie. It was very, very enjoyable and fun and just left me feeling really good.
Get up! You 3 Stooges are banned for life!
So much drama. I thought we're supposed to be seeing a comedy.
Oh my God!
Hoorah! What in the damn hell?
What about me?
Jesus Christ!
Most people come to movies to escape their lives, but people like you come here because movies make life make sense.
You're the coolest girl I ever met, and all I want to do is watch movies with you.
Is that so? Mom? What the hell are you doing sneaking into R-rated movies? You're in trouble, Missy.
I'm terrified by what's about to happen. What do you want to do?
Have sex and get pregnant. That'll show her.
If that's what you need.
You
Number 6.
All right.
Number 6 is something else, gentlemen.
Okay, I can't wait.
Oh boy.
Have you guys seen the Running Man?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen Idiocracy?
Yes, I have.
This show that I'm about to feature feels like it belongs in one of those two movies.
Okay.
Like a television show you would watch in that universe.
Okay.
It feels like a ouch my balls or a climb the rope for money while dogs are biting at you kind of a show.
Yeah.
Human versus hamster.
What? Where did you find this?
It is on HBO Max.
This is why we bring him on the show, because he's the only one who knows this stuff happens.
That's the thing. It's like you have to dig to a place that I just can't go. I don't know how to get there.
You gotta go dark places, man.
Hamster.
Yeah. Yes.
Just show me something.
It's co-hosted by Sarah Sherman from Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
And what they did was they have a hamster race, like a hamster course.
Okay. Right.
That's a hamster sized.
Yeah.
Then they built an exact replica for a human to go through, and you have to race the hamster. Cue the clip.
Gather round, mammals, big and small.
This is a battle of the titans.
Welcome to human versus hamster.
What the hell?
The ultimate test for declaring the ultimate species. Who reigns supreme? Will it be human or hamster?
Teams of humans will face off against the hamsters.
If those hamsters are listening, we are here to educate and to dominate.
We're gonna show these hamsters that the only scrubs here are the ones we're wearing.
In an extraordinary battleground with challenges sized for humans and hamsters. Let's meet Ryan, our hamster expert.
Did you know that hamsters sweat through their feet?
Same, Ryan. Same. He's bottom heavy, he's pear-shaped, just like Mama.
This is head-to-head.
One of the furriest.
Wow, that's stressful.
I cannot wait to show this to my children. I cannot wait to sit around with my kids and watch Human versus Hamster. That looks amazing.
Incredible.
It's the most fun thing. It's perfectly cute and stupid at the same time.
Yeah.
Like
like us, Noel.
No, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
You know how those like all reality shows, they have the human packages where they cut to the human and they're like, "Hey, I'm Shawn Kohne. I'm from St. Louis, Missouri. I like pizza." Like they do that for the hamsters.
Oh my god.
I'm sold. I'm sold. I was sold on the title alone, but this is 100% a Running Man Idiocracy future TV show, and I love it. If this is where we are headed as a human race, I'm on board.
That is a wild departure from what you usually get from Chip and Joanna Gaines.
That's
crazy.
Amazing. I have been telling everyone under the sun about this. I went to a party over the weekend.
Yeah.
No one had heard of it, and they all gave the exact same reactions that you fellas did, so this is wonderful.
This is it.
This is incredible.
This is why you tune into Upward Spiral to get the hot takes.
Absolutely.
Hot data, man.
Hot takes for hot takes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They could have had Richard Gere host, but that would have been a...
Whoa!
Oh, sorry.
Little on the nose.
Little on the nose.
Do you know who started that rumor?
Low-hanging fruit. Who did?
Richard Gere.
No.
Why can't gerbils drive?
Right.
Because they can't get out of gear.
Oh my God!
I cannot believe that we are bringing back.
I'm so sorry.
A freaking rumor
it's
from like the
25,
early
30
80s.
years ago. Well, who started the rumor? You do know the story.
I do know who started this. His mortal enemy, Sly Stallone.
Sly
Stallone started that rumor just to mess with him and just make sure everybody knows that.
That's
and
amazing.
destroyed his career.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Well, it didn't work. Richard Gere continues to rock.
He does.
Gerbil or not.
So that's now
That's
brings
a
us
fantastic
to,
number 6.
Fantastic number 6.
Well, I'm very excited to find out what could possibly beat that
at number 5.
Well, gentlemen, I always try to find a little horror to sprinkle in here. So we're going to find a horror comedy that I loved to death.
Yeah.
I watched it 3 times last year.
Okay.
I liked it more every time. The public, however, did not enjoy this movie, and I for the life of me, can't understand it.
Okay.
I mean, this is what the public does to me sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Something you love and they don't get it. They
Right.
just don't get it.
They just don't
And
understand.
sometimes they get mean about it, and it's like, what are you talking about? It's great.
It's great.
Right,
Exactly.
but that's fine. I still love it. I'm here to tell you about my
Let's
love
find out.
for Lisa Frankenstein.
I want to help you, but Taffy says it's a waste of time to try and fix a boy. It's better just accept a guy's flaws. Oh, that's so cute.
Oh,
Lisa Frankenstein. I actually have seen it.
I've never
You
seen
did?
it.
I saw it. I watched it on the plane.
Did you like it?
I thought it was a blast.
It's so cute and funny
Yeah,
and
yeah.
wholesome and also weird and hilarious and it's so
Really?
It definitely had like the dark, twisted sensibility of the 80s, of like a Heathers, of like, like to go into these really like, whoa, but it was still fun. It was so great.
Yes.
Why don't people like it? What's their complaint?
Well, it's first of all a female-driven movie. It's
we can't have those.
It's directed by Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter.
No.
It's written by Diablo Cody, so it's a very
Wow.
woman movie. But I think that makes
I'm finding
it makes it
that
so
to be
awesome.
amazing. Yeah.
Catherine Newton is Lisa Frankenstein, who I love so much. Her comedic choices are so good. I don't know if you guys saw Freaky.
I did. I
did
saw,
not.
based on your recommendation, I watched Freaky, which I loved.
It's so good.
That's Vince Vaughn, and it's a Freaky Friday plot.
That's
Where
right.
basically Vince
He's a
Vaughn is a
serial
serial
killer.
killer,
Yeah.
and
And
she's
he's-
a high school girl.
Yeah, and they swap bodies.
They swap bodies, and so Vince Vaughn is in the girl, and then Vince Vaughn is like a high school teenage girl.
Oh my God.
And he's like,
Amazing.
And so she has to be Vince Vaughn?
Yeah, she's a
Yes.
serial killer, and then so everybody's looking
But
for the
in
Vince
Vince Vaughn
Vaughn
style.
But, so
Yeah.
she just starts killing everybody around school.
Yeah. And it's great.
That's a great idea for a movie.
It was a great movie.
And that movie is directed by Christopher Landon, Michael Landon's son.
You're kidding me.
Nepo baby.
So this is the star of Lisa Frankenstein.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay, and she's equally as terrific in this movie.
Yes.
I would argue
say
better.
better.
Because like
Vince Vaughn steals the show in the other
Yes.
movie. He's
Okay.
kind of he's the star.
Whereas she's the driving force, and she
Yeah.
walks with like this crazy like lumbering.
Yeah.
It takes place in the 80s, so
Yeah.
she's all like gothed out.
Okay.
And the monster
Is a
played
famous
by,
TV
is played
star.
by Cole Sprouse,
Cole Sprouse, yes.
who was one of the twins in Big Daddy.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
no
right.
way.
Yes, he's
Yeah.
one of the twins in Big Daddy. And he was also like a Nickelodeon. He had like a big
Yeah.
Nickelodeon show. I can't remember what it was called, but he was
Yes.
like a real famous child star.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Secret Life of Zach and Cody.
Secret Life of Zach and Cody.
So
that
it's
was it.
funny.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Yeah.
It's
like-
uplifting.
Yeah. So she makes a wish at a gravesite, and then he sort of comes out of the ground, and he's missing parts of his body. He's missing an ear. He's missing a tongue. He's missing his nether regions. He's missing a hand.
Yeah.
So they kill people and chop off the pieces that they need,
Some
and then they
complete him.
and then they put him with the part sewn on into a broken tanning bed to charge the limb.
I have an idea.
There are bad people out there.
Come on, Lisa. It'll feel good.
That hand is going to do terrible things.
The bad,
That's
the
hilarious.
bodies that they get are the bad people. So
Yes.
it's like the villains of the
Noble
story.
death.
Right, yes.
Noble death.
Yeah, it's like
they-
a Dexter
a
Frankenstein.
Dexter type thing where they're
my
they're
God.
taking out the people that are the bad guys.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's so good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Great
in. I will
choice.
watch it the next time I'm on an
Yeah.
airplane.
Yes.
Which will be very soon.
You can also watch it in your home.
Yeah.
By the way, do you know who Zelda Williams is named after?
Yes. The video game.
The video game.
Wow.
Robin Williams was the biggest video game and Zelda fan.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
Wow,
No,
that's amazing.
absolutely not.
Legend of Zelda is my thing. That's my game. That's
yeah.
the one that I stop everything for.
Yeah, you and Robin.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Amazing. Great choice. So that brings us to number 4.
I'm bringing another throwback thing. This takes place in 1991. It is called Snack Shack.
I am obsessed with this film.
It's so good.
It's open season, Limp Dicks. You never know when, you never know where.
That's piss, ain't it?
You're unbelievable.
It's
Dude, give
so
me an
good.
F-dog.
It is so. Oh my God! It is so good. The F-dog. That the whole thing. I was blown away by this film, and I've been obsessed with it. And I just showed Jamie, and when we were done, she was like, "I get it."
It's so good.
It is so good.
It's so good.
It was one of my favorite films of the year.
Love it.
Yes,
I love it.
Absolutely. The dialogue is punchy.
Whip bang.
The acting is outstanding.
From people I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. It brings you right back to the early 90s with the music, the scenes. It's just everything about that movie was magic.
What's the premise?
So it's about these two kids who are like 15 and 16, maybe 14 and 15. There's a snack shack at a local pool that every year sort of goes up as an auction, and you can bid to possess the snack shack for like the summer.
Okay. Yeah.
So these kids pool all their money together, having no knowledge of what anyone else bids, and they bid like $3,000, but other people are bidding like $25. So they way overpay.
Way over to it. And they now are responsible to feeding snacks and refreshments to a pool like during the summer.
Yeah.
And
they're also brewing their own beer.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is. The writing is like, it's like swingers meets, like they have this 90s lingo in there, but it's so like the dialogue makes Clayton look like a slow director. Really? It is the fastest, like doop doop pop 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 pop.
Yeah, it's very Letterkenny in its
very
speed.
Letterkenny, and the one of the main guys, I think he is in that Spielberg film about Spielberg's real family.
Oh, the Fablemans. He was in the Fablemans.
Yes, and I didn't know that until after the fact because I've never seen the Fablemans, but he's the only real recognizable face in this movie. It's almost a cast of nobodies that you've never heard of before.
Perfect. Yep.
And it is just, it's wonderful. I cannot recommend it.
The F-Dog that we mentioned.
F-Dog,
so this is why like the movie's so good and true to real life, especially in the 90s. So these kids reach a certain point in the summer where they don't really give a crap anymore, right? So one of the kids of the pool comes up and asks for a hot dog, and the guy squirts either ketchup or mustard, the F word on it.
And then, on the dog and hands it to the kid.
and then just hands it to the kid. So then the next kid comes up and is like, hey, can I get an F-Dog? And then they realize they can charge more money for the F-Dog
to the kids. And then the mom comes over and is like, who gave my kid a hot dog that says F on it? It's just,
Look, that's market dynamics. This is how capitalism works.
That's how it works.
If you want that, then you got to pay for it.
You got to pay for it. You got to pay for the F-Dog. Yes.
Oh, so Snack Shack. So I love that you just happened to see it.
Yeah. So somebody texted me and they said, I know you love the 90s, and if you love that, you will love this movie. And I just watched it on a whim, and by the time I was done, I was like, holy hell. That's an incredible movie. So loved it. Loved it. Great choice. Great number 4.
So I guess we're up to number 3.
So this is going to be one that I'm pretty positive you guys are going to be pretty stoked on.
Okay.
The Return of Jiminy Glick.
Yes. Yes. He's returned?
He was everywhere. That guy was randomly showing up all over the place.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him, I think, on Bill Maher.
Yeah. Oh, did he do Bill Maher?
I saw him on Bill Maher.
That's
amazing.
ridiculous.
He was everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what kicked it off, I believe, was Jimmy Kimmel does the summers off, and he has people come on and guest host for a week.
Yeah.
Martin Short came on, and the whole week did Glick to the people that were on Kimmel that week.
Yeah.
Awesome. Amazing.
So I brought clips of him doing it to Shawn Hayes. We can just pick
I would
one
love
of them.
to see Jiminy Glick in action.
I want to see it.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Martin Short is
Making him wait.
Oh, God help us. Ow! Oh, you're hungry. I'm sorry. I have a big celebrity coming to sit here in a second, but I think I ordered a club sandwich covered in stevia. So off you go.
I think you may have a mistake. I'm actually the person you're supposed to interview. My name is Shawn Hayes.
You're Shawn Hayes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, have you had work done? You're an unrecognizable person.
I've actually had no work done.
Well, anyway, I love you. I'm sorry. I don't recognize you at all because of the cosmetic surgery. But this is going to be fun. Now, would you ever do a sitcom?
Excuse me. Yeah, I was on a sitcom called Will and Grace.
With Tony Danza.
No, Who's the Boss?
See, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was successful.
Yes.
But Will and Grace.
Yes.
What was it about? It was about, as I understand it, a gal on the go and a dude, but they never did the deed because he was different.
Well, he was gay. Will was gay, and his friend Jack that I played with. Are you okay?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But this was a lot on television. This is on television. Well, you know what? This is why Trump's going to win.
That character will never get old. Ever.
No.
That is one of my favorite characters of all time.
So, like, the difference in the return of Jiminy Glick now versus then is the joy in which the people are being roasted. Whereas,
in the early days,
when he had his show on Comedy Central, it was like a lot of people being like, whoa, dude, you just stepped over lines.
Yeah, like,
here.
what is this all about? And now everybody's like so happy to get roasted by Jiminy Glick.
But now it's just so joyous.
Oh.
He's almost bigger now than he was when he was big.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
It's
kind
true.
of had
He's
this
having
renaissance at old age, which I love to see.
I love it too.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Great pick. Number 3 was solid. All right.
Oh, yeah.
That brings us now to number 2.
Number 2, gentlemen. Once again, a little bit of music in this.
Okay.
But also a podcast.
What? Okay.
It is The Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast / The Return of the Lonely Island this year.
Oh my God! I'm not aware of this.
When did this happen? What part of this year when did this happen?
So Andy Samberg was playing Kamala Harris's husband on SNL.
Right.
So they came back and did 2 new digital shorts as The Lonely Island with Lonely Island songs on SNL.
Yeah.
So that's The Return of Lonely Island, Sushi Glory Hole, and Here I Go.
Yes.
And then the podcast, Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast, they just go through every episode of SNL that has a digital short, and they talk about making that digital short.
Wow.
Along with talking about whatever sketches they wrote for that episode, or whatever sketches Andy was in for that episode, or
sounds incredible.
anything, because Seth was also the head writer at the time.
Right.
So they have access to this database where they just have all of the scripts still, and they have scripts for stuff that wasn't on the air that got cut at dress. They have clips for stuff that got cut at dress. They have all of this crazy fun knowledge. And when the new digital shorts came out, Sushi Glory Hole and Here I Go, they did new episodes of the podcast for those episodes right then.
Amazing.
It is so fun, so full of laughter.
Lonely Island's back?
Yeah.
Can I see one?
Absolutely.
The Return of Lonely Island.
I have a confession.
What's that?
That song's about me. Get off my damn lawn.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that was a remarkable number 2. So that brings us to
That was a remarkable number 2.
Tell us your number 1.
What We Do in the Shadows. Final season.
We are going to visit Guillermo in his new home.
I want you to have my scientific devices. That there is my anal speculum. Seen some action, but you're more than welcome to it.
It's amazing.
Yes.
It's amazing. It's hilarious.
But you're only on episode 3.
Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
I can't.
Okay.
We can't do the spoilers. It'll
Can't
kill
do the
me.
spoilers.
Yeah.
But you've already experienced the monster.
I've already experienced the monster.
Okay.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
monster is an amazing addition
Absolutely.
to the show.
Yes.
So Laszlo, Matt Berry's character, he creates a Frankenstein monster, but he's never heard of Frankenstein's monster, so he keeps calling it Cravensworth's monster.
Right.
And
because that's his last name for those of you who haven't watched
yes,
the show.
Laszlo Cravensworth. The thing that sets this season apart from any of the other seasons for me is the physical use of Colin Robinson this year.
Absolutely.
Okay, now I haven't seen a little bit of it. But
You've seen a little bit of it.
Yes. But I've heard from sources in the room that like Colin Robinson steals.
He crushes this season.
It is yes, the character itself, but like the physicality of the character is what brings me the most joy from the character this year. Like in the monster episode, like when he gets shot backwards, you know, like explosions sort of blown back, and he falls down the stairs, and like super cartoon-like. There's another instance where he's like moving very fast across the floor in a future episode that is so funny.
Yeah. It's so good.
Can't wait.
It's so good. And it was the last
Show is
season,
so good.
so it's bittersweet because it's the end of an era, but they did the right thing, which is you end it when it's still strong. It's still good. Yeah.
What I will say is from last season, which I did not get to talk about, even though you guys were in the middle of it.
Yeah.
The
Pride episode?
Freaking Pride episode.
It's the greatest episode of the show.
It's the greatest episode of the show.
It is the second funniest television episode in all of history for
Agreed.
me. In my
I would put it in the same spot.
I so badly want the I'm being gay over here shirt. I want that so bad.
good.
Oh my god.
The fact that Nandor goes into space.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, yeah.
At the same
Guillermo
time.
made me do this.
It's just outstanding.
And then it all just the
way that it all comes together.
Is so
Yes.
built. It's slowly built together. At first, it isn't particularly funny.
Yes,
right.
yeah. It's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn as they're kind of ticking all the pieces together, and then by the end of it, with everything that's happening all at once, God.
Colin
Colin
being in
part of- oh my
Nadja's body.
God.
It's so good.
And it all happens at once at the end in the freaking festival.
It's one of the best. It's
amazing.
It's so great. Yeah.
Well, this season ends very strong. You'll love it. It's
can't wait.
amazing. And that is a perfect pick to close out our first Upward Spiral with Shawn Kohne. So there you go. Well, I would say that's a remarkable top 10 with some amazing honorables in there as well. That was super fun, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you. All those are very uplifting, and we've laughed a ton. I got emotional on the Butterbean thing.
Oh, yeah.
We were grooving. We were dancing on the Kendrick Lamar. So we've touched all the Upward Spiral buttons.
Thank you for having me back, gentlemen.
Thanks for sacrificing your camera, Clayton.
Yeah, baby. I'm still here.
Yeah, he's still over there somewhere.
Acting like the producer.
Well, then, thank you so much. We're excited to start this 2025 with you on Upward Spiral, and we'll keep this tradition going. And stay tuned. Make sure you're telling the friends and everybody you know about this show, and we'll continue to lift you up into the Upward Spiral.
And let us know what your favorite 2024 moment was. What lifted you out of the Upward Spiral? Pop it in the comments.
We'll see you next time.
Spiral, upward spiral.